Big news breaking in Virginia right now, as an $18 million incentive package is officially fueling a massive expansion for L3Harris Technologies in Orange County. This project promises over $1 billion in private investment and hundreds of new jobs, marking a major milestone for the state's defense and advanced manufacturing sectors. Stay tuned as we break down what this move means for the local economy and military readiness.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLUME 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Turning to Texas, Dallas voters may soon head to the polls to decide the future of the city's public safety infrastructure. City leaders are pushing for a massive $250 million bond to construct two critical police training facilities, including a state-of-the-art complex at the Dallas Executive Airport. Police Chief Daniel Camo is sounding the alarm, warning that without these long-overdue upgrades, the department will continue to struggle with recruitment and national standards. In a serious development out of Louisiana, a Slidell doctor has been handed 3 years of probation following a conviction in a major $6.6 million Medicare fraud case. We are diving into the details of the sentencing and what this means for the medical community in the region. You do not want to miss our full report on this significant legal outcome. Finally, Beaumont is set to transform its pedestrian landscape with a $58 million bond initiative aimed at massive citywide sidewalk improvements. Public Works Director Molly Villarreal is outlining plans to tackle dangerous trouble spots like Felon Boulevard and Helbig Road, giving residents like Tony Alexander the safety they have been waiting decades for. Construction is officially on the horizon, so make sure you are caught up on all the details. If you want to stay in the loop on these stories and more, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wonder what a billion-dollar bet on the future of defense looks like? Virginia just pulled the curtain back on a massive new deal that's set to reshape Orange County. We are talking about L3Harris Technologies pouring over $1 billion into an expansion that promises to bring more than 350 high-tech jobs to the region. This isn't just a corporate move. It is a major power play for the state's manufacturing sector. Governor Abigail Spanberger stepped into the spotlight to champion this project, framing it as a critical boost for both military readiness and local economic growth. But behind the headline figures lies a complex web of taxpayer-funded incentives. The state is chipping in a cool $18 million in grants, pulled directly from the Commonwealth's Opportunity Fund and performance-based incentive programs, to grease the wheels. It's a classic high-stakes gamble. Put up the capital now to reap the long-term rewards of a high-tech manufacturing hub. What is interesting here is the trajectory. This expansion is actually the latest chapter in a multi-year effort that began under former Governor Glenn Youngkin, though the scale has shifted dramatically. While initial plans were modest, this phase blows previous projections out of the water. It is a clear signal that L3Harris is preparing to scale up production to meet the blistering demand of current defense and technology contracts. However, it's not all just economic metrics and job stats. As this story gains traction, questions are naturally swirling regarding transparency, particularly given the reported professional connection between the governor's husband and L3Harris. While the partnership between local officials and state agencies looks rock solid on paper, these kinds of details always add an extra layer of scrutiny to any deal involving taxpayer money. So, is this the catalyst Orange County needs to become a national leader in advanced defense manufacturing, or is the reliance on state incentives creating a precarious balance? Let me know your take in the comments below. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on economic shifts, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. At the end of the day, when $1 billion hits the ground, it's not just the company that changes, it's the entire community. Imagine spending nearly 40 years waiting for a promise to be kept. That's the reality for the Dallas Police Department, and now, it might cost taxpayers $250 million to finally set things right. Dallas city leaders just pulled back the curtain on a massive $250 million bond proposal aimed at building 2 brand new police training facilities. But the question is, why has it taken this long? And why are we only hearing about the ballooning costs now? The plan is split into two parts: a training center at the University of North Texas, and a secondary, high-tech complex near the Dallas Executive Airport featuring a simulated village and a much-needed modern firing range. Police Chief Daniel Camo didn't mince words, calling the current state of the city's training infrastructure embarrassing. And frankly, he's got a point. He noted that the city first promised these upgrades back in 1987, the same year he graduated high school. It's hard to recruit top-tier officers when your training facilities are decades behind the rest of the country, yet that's the reality the department faces while trying to reach a goal of 4,000 officers. But hold on, the city council isn't exactly jumping for joy. Council members are rightfully frustrated, calling out the poor planning that led us here. Councilwoman Cara Mendelssohn pointed out that when they previously allocated $50 million, it was clearly a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and now the bill has skyrocketed. It leaves us with a difficult dilemma. Do we continue to struggle with outdated facilities, or do we go back to the taxpayers to foot an even larger bill for something that should have been solved years ago? City staff will be back in May or June with a concrete plan, and that's when the rubber will hit the road. What do you think? Is this a necessary investment in public safety, or is it a failure of leadership to plan the city's budget effectively? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want to stay updated on how your tax dollars are being spent, and don't forget to subscribe. Because in a city as large as Dallas, we can't afford to keep waiting for the future to arrive. Have you ever wondered how someone in a position of absolute trust ends up behind a bench instead of a desk? Today we are looking at a story out of Slidell, where a local doctor has been sentenced to 3 years of probation following a massive $6.6 million Medicare fraud scheme. It is a staggering amount of money, and it really forces us to question the vulnerabilities within our healthcare billing systems. This wasn't just a simple clerical error. This was a deliberate orchestration that bled the system dry, leaving taxpayers to pick up the tab for millions in fraudulent claims. While 3 years of probation might seem like a slap on the wrist to some, it marks a significant chapter in the ongoing fight against medical corruption. Seeing a medical professional trade their white coat for legal sanctions is a sobering reminder that the system is watching, even if it feels like justice moves slowly. What do you think? Is probation a fair sentence for a multi-million-dollar betrayal of public trust, or should the hammer fall much harder? Drop a comment below with your take, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on cases that impact our communities. Ultimately, trust is the currency of healthcare, and when that is spent on fraud, we all pay the price. Imagine trying to walk to the store, but instead of a safe path, you are forced to dodge traffic in the middle of a busy road. For many residents in Beaumont, Texas, this isn't just a hypothetical, it is a daily reality. But there is a massive shift on the horizon. Voters have officially greenlit a $58 million bond initiative, and a solid $10 million of that is being laser-focused on fixing our city's sidewalks. We are talking about critical improvements along major arteries like Felon Boulevard, North Major Drive, College Street, and the notoriously difficult Helbig Road. Now, it is easy to wonder why this takes so long, right? Well, local resident Tony Alexander hits the nail on the head. People near Helbig Road are currently forced to walk in the street because there is simply nowhere else to go. It is a safety hazard that honestly should have been addressed years ago. According to Public Works Director Molly Villarreal, areas like Helbig are tricky. You have open drainage ditches on one side and active railroad property on the other. It is not just about pouring concrete, it requires serious engineering. The city is currently navigating the financial logistics, which Villarreal compares to taking out a massive mortgage. Because this is Beaumont's first general obligation bond in over 40 years, the red tape is real, and construction is expected to kick off in about 9 to 12 months. Residents will see a modest tax adjustment of about $3.14 a month for an average home, a small price for the safety and connectivity of our neighbors. It is a long-awaited investment in our infrastructure that proves the city is finally listening to the people. What do you think? Is a year-long wait too long for infrastructure this critical, or is it a fair price for doing it right? Let us know in the comments below, And make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with how your tax dollars are transforming Beaumont.